Hi everyone, welcome to day 6 of 30 days of ML challenge. In day 6 video we are going to discuss about strings and dictionaries. So let's start with strings. The basic reason why we are discussing strings specifically is because string manipulation is a really important concept which will be really handy when you are going to do advanced machine learning as well as data analysis. So that's why we are going to discuss about string. I'll just write a string syntax with you. Let's say, alright, I am a human. So that is a simple string, no complications here, right? I say we are a human, right? Again, that's again a really simple string. So like any other data type, we can check for the boolean values, right? It says whether x is equal to y. It is not equal to y, so the output here is false. We are looking at the boolean value, that's it, no more complications. And also we can simply give it a print command and ask it to print. So I am human, everything between these signs is a string, so I am a human, right? Again a really simple part here, a simple concept. So let's jump on to next thing. Let's say I want to call a simple string with the name of, let's say I'll say Pluto's is a planet. Alright, so if I run this, it's gonna give me a syntax error, invalid syntax. Why? Because of this post of yes. So this is actually making Python confused. Right now what Python is thinking is that this is a string Pluto and everything else is invalid syntax. So what we can do, we can use escaping, which is our next part here, escaping here, right? For escaping, what we need to do is we just need to use a backslash, the single quote with a backslash. So let's see how we can use this thing. I'll just do a backslash and here you go. I think that will work. Yep, Pluto is a planet. So this is one of the important thing in Python which we can use. There are quite a few different example of backslash. Like this is single backslash. We can also use two backslashes, or maybe we can use backslash n. This is used to move to next line. I'll show you how in the next example, right? So let's say x is equal to, oh sorry for that, I'll write x is equal to hello backslash n world, right? So I just need to call x here. So yep, we just need to give it a print command. I'll give it a print command, right? So what it's doing is that after hello, it's starting the next word from a new line. Backslash n is for to start a new line. You can see the output here, it's hello world, right? So this is about escaping. Now I'm going to jump on to next part of indexing. If you remember from the last videos in lists, we have discussed about the concept of indexing. In strings also this concept is really similar. Let's say I just declare a simple variable with the name country. I'll say my country is Canada. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call this variable and ask for the thing at 0 index. So this is at 0 index we have C. Similarly, if I go with the index 2, we have N, right? So this is about indexing. We can check the index and you can say the place of each string character within that particular variable. Similarly, if we go on to slicing, it is exactly similar like lists only. Let's say it's a -3 and let's say what is print for me. It's printing A, D and A. So what does this mean is that start from back, that is 1, 2, 3. If you remember the last string we can call with negative number is -1, -2, -3. So saying start from this and print everything after this. So -3 till everything. So it's A, D and A, right? Similarly, we can also look for the length here. We want to look for the length part, countries here, right? I'll just look. Sorry, I think this is a wrong one. Yep, country. Similarly, we'll look for the length of the country. It's 6 string characters, right? So this is the concept of slicing in the strings, right? We'll jump on to the next part, that is looping inside the string. So we can write a loop also for a string. I'll just remove these parts here. We'll make sure that country is declared. So I'll jump on to looping here. So let's say what I'm saying is I'm just asking you to write a post of yes after every character in my string. So let's say for character in country. Here you go. So what happening here in this loop is that I'm asking that, okay, for every character in the variable country, that is CANATA, do a concatenation, right? So every character C plus post of yes. So here's it, C post of yes, A post of yes, N post of yes. So that's how we can do the looping also within the string. So what is the basic difference between string and lists? So the basic difference between strings and lists is that, again, lists can be modified but strings are not mutable. That's a really important concept. So let's say if I say country 0 is equal to A, what I'm asking is that replace C with A at index 0. Let's see if this thing work or not. I'll again remove this part, right? Yep, it's not gonna work here. It's saying name A is not defined. I'll just give it a string also. Yep, so it says string object does not support item assignment. So this is a really important concept. The difference between string and list is there's only one major difference, that lists are mutable whereas strings are immutable, right? So this is about string versus list. Now I will jump on to string methods. Like we have methods in list, we have methods in string also. Let's check that out. I'll say country dot upper. This is one of the functions. So what this function is doing is upper is it's changing each character of that string to an uppercase letter, right? I'll remove it. I'll change it to lower. Now it will change each character of it to a lower. I can also look for indexing. I can do the index part here, right? I'll say CAN. I think, yep, I did it wrong way. We need to make sure that we're declaring a string here, right? So we can check indexing like this. Similarly, we can use different parameters like starts with, and then we'll ask to look at the country. Sorry for that, right? Let me see. I'll just run it like this only. It should take at least one argument. I think I'm doing something wrong here. Country starts with C. Let's see if this thing works. Nope. Again, so this can be a bit confusing sometimes, right? So that's how it works, right? What I'm asking is whether this variable country starts with a C or not. It's saying true. Let's say I replace it with A. It's false. So these are some of the really common string methods. Now I'm going to discuss some advanced method with you guys. One of the most advanced method is split, right? So what this function is doing is split function. It is changing a string into a list of smaller strings, right? So it's breaking on white space by default. So let's say I remove this white space. Now I run this, right? So it's breaking on white space by default. So this is one of the example of split function which we can use. Similarly, there are different functions such as join, which I'll not discuss in this lecture right now, this video, right? So one of the more important function here is format function within the string method. Is a really important and really crucial concept. Let's jump on to this part here, how we can work with the format thing here, right? So let's say that I write this one line, planet plus you will always be the plus position, and then we'll go with the plus ph planet to me. right? What we are trying to do here is that I just need to declare a couple of variables. I need to declare position here. Let's say position is equal to 9, and then the name of the planet is Pluto, right? So what I have done here is that I am asking Python to print this line, that planet, that means Pluto, plus this string, you will always be the, plus the position, that is 9, planet to me. So it's say Pluto, you will always be the 9th planet to me, right? So let's say if we have to repeat this line again and again, that can be really hectic and problematic. So what we do is we use format function here. How that thing work is, I'll show you around. What we need to do is we just need to replace it with the curly braces. Let's remove the planet from here and add curly braces. You will always be the, now again we need to add curly braces here, plus curly braces to me. Then we need to say dot format, right? Dot format planet position. Let's see if it gives the same. Oops, I think I have did some wrong syntax again. Yep. So this was the wrong syntax here. What we need to make sure is that everything is inside the commas. This is wrong. This is again wrong. Let's jump onto this part. It should be right. We need to remove this, and now it's right. Yep. Just remove this plus here, as well as this one. Here you go. So what we did here is that we actually call this function, and then we call two variables into this function. All we did is we just used the curly braces within this sentence, so it make it more readable and more easy to write the code, this function. So this is also one of the important function within the strings, right? Now I'm going to jump onto dictionaries. Dictionaries are nothing but the built-in Python data structure for mapping keys to values. So I'll declare a dictionary for you again. So when we need to declare a list, we use simple brackets like this. If we need to declare a tuple, we use brackets like this, right? But with the dictionary we use curly braces, right? So one, this is key and value pair, let's say 2, and then let's say 3, right? So this is key value pair in dictionary. And also, like lists only, we can also check the indexing and where a one key or value pair is here. So let's go into this thing, numbers. Here you go. So I asked to Python that, okay, within this dictionary, what is the value of this key? 1 is a key here, so it's saying the value of this key is 1, right? Similarly, again, the better part is that we can actually add new key value pairs to the dictionary. How we will do this thing, I'll show you. We'll say number 10 is equal to 10. Now we'll call numbers again. Here you go. So now we have added one more key value pair to the dictionaries. That's how we can work around with dictionary. We can also run for loops in the dictionaries, as well as we can check for the different values in the dictionary using the, we can use different using the different parameters such as in. I'll use this thing right now, 1 in numbers. Let's see what it print. It is supposed to print true. Here you go. So it's printing true. Similarly, we can do a lot of such things for the dictionaries also, which I'll show you in the hands-on exercise. But for now, this is just the basic part which we need to know for this exercise and for day 6 of ML. This is it from my side for day 6 of ML. Thank you.